I used to believe marriages collapsed in sudden explosions. Turns out, they erode quietly, like a slow leak in a pipe that eventually floods the whole house. The night everything finally fell apart didn't come with warning signs or slammed doors. It actually began like any other day. I got home later than usual, still mentally sorting through logistics reports from work. My routine was dull but steady, and I always assumed that kind of steadiness kept our relationship grounded. When I walked in, though, something in the air was strangely still. No TV murmuring in the background, no soft scent of lavender candles, just silence. Then Marissa appeared at the bottom of the stairs. Her hair was tied back loosely, and she wore the denim jacket she saved for nights when she wanted to look casually attractive. Not overdressed, just appealing enough for someone to notice. "Hey," she said, grabbing her purse. "I'm going out with Jennifer for dessert. You're okay with that, right?" Her smile was quick, almost rehearsed. For months, she had been slipping away from me in tiny, barely noticeable shifts. When I once joked about us going out more, she told me I was predictable. That word stuck in my mind more than she realized. So I didn't question her. I simply nodded. "Have a good time." She kissed my cheek, but it felt like a gesture done out of habit rather than affection. Then she hurried out, not one backward glance. I stood alone in the kitchen, looking at old fridge photos. Back when she didn't guard her phone like it contained state secrets. Back when we laughed more. Back before everything cooled between us. My uneasiness grew until my phone buzzed. A message from Jenna, her sister. "Asterisk, are you home? I need to talk to you. It's important. Asterisk." She rarely reached out to me directly. 15 minutes later, she was standing at our door, worry etched across her face. Inside, she twisted her fingers together and finally blurted, "Logan, she's not with me. She hasn't been for a long time." My stomach dropped. "What do you mean?" She's been seeing someone. A guy from her gym." Everything inside me went quiet, like my emotions had slipped into another room. Then Jenna pulled out Marissa's forgotten Apple Watch. "It connects to her phone, the messages synced." I didn't know what to do. I told her to show me. The messages were enough to drain the warmth from my body. Long conversations. Flirtations. Late-night plans. And the line that pierced straight through me. "Wish Logan wasn't home, so I could come over." I didn't cry. I didn't shout. I just sat there, stunned into a cold, focused stillness. And then my phone vibrated again, this time from Marissa. "Asterisk, on my way, sis. Save me a seat. Logan thinks I'm with you." Asterisk. She believed she could lie forever. She believed I would never catch on. Something hardened inside me. "Take a picture with me," I told Jenna. She blinked, confused, but leaned in. We snapped a photo, her clearly upset, me staring straight at the camera with unsettling calm. I sent it to Marissa with a message. "Asterisk, your dessert date is here with me. Lies melt faster than ice cream." Asterisk. I hit send. That moment marked the start of something new, not her deception, but my quiet retaliation. Her typing bubble appeared almost instantly, then vanished, then returned again. She was scrambling. Good. No yelling. No chasing. No dramatic scenes. I was done bending myself around her excuses. If she thought I was predictable, she was about to see otherwise. Jenna worried aloud that Marissa would twist the situation around and make herself the victim, something she'd done before. But this time, I wasn't giving her any emotional material to manipulate. We stepped outside for some air, my phone lighting up again. "Asterisk, can you please answer? You're scaring me." Asterisk. She was scared for the first time. She should have been. On our walk back, Jenna asked if I wanted to track Marissa's location. I said no. Let her run straight into the arms of the man she thought was her secret thrill. A cheater feels unstoppable until their partner stops participating in the illusion. When we returned, I cleaned the kitchen to keep my hands busy. That was when the door opened and Marissa walked in, stopping dead when she saw her sister and me together. "Hey," she said weakly. "What's going on?" "Your sister came by," I said calmly. Didn't want her sitting alone. Jenna stepped forward. "We need to talk, Marissa." Color drained from her face. She already knew she was cornered. I placed my phone on the table, the photos still displayed. "You weren't with her," I said quietly. "And you know that." She opened her mouth, but no excuse came out. She had run out of lies. After a long silence, I went upstairs. "Sleep wherever you want." Her soft crying echoed up the stairs that night, but I didn't go to her. I lay awake, not out of heartbreak or fury, but from realization. The marriage had been dead long before that night. I just hadn't accepted it. Morning came. I stayed calm, calmer than I had any right to be. She looked like she hadn't slept at all. "Can we talk?" she whispered.
About what?
I asked, sipping my coffee. She tried to cry, to confess, to twist, to play the victim, and I didn't budge. Every tactic she used was something I'd already endured for months. When she finally broke down completely, insisting she would change, I simply said, "You already made your choices." I lived in the fallout. I grabbed my keys. She followed me, panicked. "Where are you going? Please don't do anything stupid." "I'm done doing stupid things," I said and walked out. I went to Harper's, someone I trusted. She offered me a place to stay without prying. I left everything behind, not even taking a jacket. The absence of my belongings would tell Marissa more than any confrontation ever could. I sent her 2 words: "I'm safe." Dozens of messages from her followed, begging, pleading, promising anything, but I answered none of them. The next morning, after a quiet breakfast at Harper's, I headed home one last time. Marissa was pacing by the window the moment I arrived. She ran outside toward me like she needed my permission to breathe. "Inside," I said calmly. She obeyed. She tried again to apologize, to promise change, to swear it meant nothing. But the difference was clear. I felt nothing. No anger, no nostalgia, no love. Just emptiness where a marriage used to be. I set an envelope on the table. "Open it." Her hands shook as she pulled out the printed screenshots, the ones she thought she'd deleted for good. Her knees nearly gave out. "I'm filing for separation," I said. She broke apart right there, begging, bargaining, offering anything she could think of. I didn't yell. I didn't comfort her. I didn't stay. I simply walked out, leaving her with the truth she had created. She wanted excitement. She wanted unpredictability. She wanted danger. She got all 3, only not in the way she expected. And for the first time in years, I felt free.